This is Culture Uncut. This is Culture Uncut. This is Culture Uncut. I am your host, Jason Spears, and Colt fans, we've got a lot to talk about.
This is Culture Uncut. I am your host, Jason Spears, having just watched the end of season Chris Ballard presser, episode 9. And this is probably going to be a very short podcast because basically it was what his pressers generally always are. You can literally play bingo with all the things he's going to say. Literally, I just about lost it when he said that the linebackers played well this year. When Zaire Franklin, by almost any statistical measure, was one of the worst 5 linebackers in the league, and in coverage, maybe one of the worst 3. That was high comedy right there. Just absolute nonsense. I really don't take much from these anymore. I watch them because I cover the team, but I don't see how any of these things change. He's talking about wanting to get faster on defense and all these things, but how are you going to do that when you have to pay Jones, you have to pay Pierce? You're, seemingly going to run it back with all the same guys outside of Braden Smith on offense. So that means Pittman, and he doesn't seem to want to extend those guys to push the money back like most teams do. So I don't know where the money's going to come from. Like, he wants to add edge, and I'm guessing that's free agent edge. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're focusing on guys like Trey Hendrickson, that's going to be a bidding war that the Colts are not going to win. If they're going to go edge, I would definitely go buy low, because there are some guys in their mid-20s that have upside that aren't going to cost you as much. And I think they've always, since Lou's been here, Hendrickson's been a priority for them. So I expect them to go after Hendrickson, even though at this point, I don't know if I would, because he's 31, he's starting to get injured, and I don't think we're one player away. So but the bottom line is, like, it's all repetitive. There's nothing he can really do. So, I mean, the presser was what we all thought it would be. A lot of repetitive garbage. Him trying to find the good things. Like, dude, what? I saw a lot of good things. Like, really? Like, we're a decade deep and not winning the division, while every other team in our division's won it twice, and we're still like participation trophy in this thing. I mean, it just is what it is. Like I've said all along, they're in a horrible position. Obviously Daniel Jones is coming back, so that's their plan, and I really think he's going to sign him to a long-term deal, which I don't know how smart that is, coming off an Achilles injury. I do think that he's going to be fine. I don't think it's necessarily as big of a deal as some other people do. I do think he can still be a good quarterback, but you don't really know for sure until he goes out there and plays. So, I'm so tired of this. Like, I just want to win. I just want to win. That's all. Like, I'm so sick of these disappointing seasons with, choke job endings. It's every year at this point. Any year that we aren't horrible, meaning like 22, like, think about it. Like, the only ones that we really haven't choked are 18 and 20. 19, we started 5-2, finished 7-9. 21, we started 9-6, finished 9-8. 23, we blew 2 games against bad teams, the Bengals and the Falcons, and ended up having to win the last game, lost that game. 24, the Broncos disaster, and then the Giants epic disaster. And then this year, 8-2 to 8-9. Like, it just, if you don't have an answer for why you can't finish games by now, you're never going to have an answer, which is why he shouldn't have been brought back. Because this has been a problem since 2019. I mean, it literally started in 2019, 5-2 to 7-9. And then in 21, couldn't finish. Then in 23, couldn't finish. Then in 24, couldn't finish. Like, and then in 25, the epic disaster. It just... So this is the year there's urgency, and this is the year everything's going to get fixed. Come on, man. These people are treating our fan base like we're the Special Olympics. We're not stupid. We are not stupid. This fan base, I've had a lot of issues with it, but it's not stupid. You can't sell this anymore. And, I mean, it's just... I wish I could sell you on something to look forward to. I mean, I always look forward to the draft, but that's like a micro thing. The macro thing is this team's still not going to be any good. They're not better than Jacksonville. They're not better than Houston. And Tennessee is probably going to get a really good coach. So they're not going to be bad either for long. So, I mean, we're just putting off the inevitable. I think next year it gets blown up. I really think this came down to Ballard having 1 year on his deal, Steichen having 1 year on the deal, and not wanting to pay them to go away. And figured might as well just run the deals out and then start over next year. That's what I think ultimately this all comes down to. Because I just don't think they want to pay. So, because the Colts are a mom and pop organization. So that's why I think they brought him back ultimately, and I do think next year it'll be blown up because I don't see this team doing anything other than what it always does, and that's be mediocre. So I really hope this is the end of like some of these players, like Zaire Franklin, I think is a horrible example for young players and just bad to have on the team overall, but it seems like Chris is happy with him. So I guess we're going to run that back too. I don't know, guys. It was the same old, same old. It's frustrating to listen to the same crap over and over again. And the fact that this organization thinks the fan base is just a bunch of mouth-breathing mongoloids is very upsetting to me because I know that that's not the case. I know the people that listen to this show are not stupid, and I know most of the Colt fans out there are not stupid. So the fact they're trying to sell this turd sandwich again it's disrespectful, really, if you want to get right down to it. It's disrespectful to the fan base. So, anyway, enough about that. It's been these pressers have been brutal, and, you know, they're just pressers. They don't mean anything, but they kind of do, because Chris Ballards basically had the same presser for 8 years. So anyway, I am going to come back and do a playoff preview because I think all of us love football and need to get our minds off this trash organization for a couple of days. So I'm going to come back and preview all the games, probably maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's probably good. I don't know the injury reports yet on those teams. I'm trying to kind of see where everything's at as far as that goes, so I can give you guys the best outlook on each game. But I'll definitely be putting something out like that for you guys. I'm not expecting a ton of people to watch because most people just want to hear about the Colts. But I got to be honest, guys. I need a break from the Colts. They're literally going to put me in a nut house with the way they're doing things over and over and over, expecting a different result. So with that being said, I hope everybody's having a good week and has a great rest of the week. And I will talk to you soon. This has been Culture Uncut with your host, Jason Spears. You guys have a great day.